middle of an encounter. We managed to just finish the turn. So at least I know that we're basically at the top of the list. So Archibald is the next one to jump into the fray. You notice a couple of the troglodytes. They're not difficult enemies, but they can be if they decide to focus on one target. But I figured to give you guys a little bit of an idea of what you're dealing with. You are dealing with creatures that are not intelligent. I mean, they've got a score of 6 for intelligence. So that gives you a bit of a context as to how well they can navigate and move around. So they're more dangerous in a hive concept than necessarily as 1 or 2 individuals here and there. But yeah, we can basically jump in full blast. Archibald, are you ready?
Let's do it, bro.
Okay, all right. So you're on top of the initiative order, with Prince General and Joran right behind you. What is it that you would like to do?
So, we had. Can you bring that map up again?
Shit! Oh, sorry. I thought it was up already. I
It's
shared
up.
it. My bad. Quickly get it for you. Just out of curiosity, do you see something if I do this?
This shifts it a bit.
You did something now.
I didn't see shit.
So it worked with Hexy, and okay, so you've got to have the map shared and then go from there. Okay, all right. Okay, so I'll quickly share it again. No problem. There we go. You should see it now.
There we go.
Okay, and what I did with Hexy now is I just did this. So you guys get like a little bit more of a look on what I'm focusing on as well. So I'll do it again just so that it's a little bit more central. There we go.
Cameron, for some reason that I don't see my sorcery points on my.
You don't see your sorcery points. Your sorcery points might be finished.
Yeah, but it would show this and it was used. This is how many slots I still have left.
Let me see. We can go into prep mode.
Oh,
No, they're used. No, they're used. Yeah.
No, it just popped up, dude.
Yeah, I know, but when you go into combat, which is combat based, then it would show you how many you've got. So at the moment you don't have any. What you can do, I don't mind. You can play like this, but just bear in mind that you don't have any more sorcery
Okay, so it
points.
disappears when it's in
When
combat
it's full.
mode.
Yes.
Okay,
So
okay,
some
copy.
people can get used
No,
to
that's
that.
fine. Okay, let's continue.
And then Hexy, let's quickly see your. There we go. So she's also now sorted and in and ready to go. Okay, there we go.
Ben jy my slaai nie? Ek sien hoe beweeg my goed.
Hexy, did you not use spells last time? I'm sure that you did. You used invisibility at 2nd level.
Ja, I
then
think it's
you
because we
use-
were leveling up and stuff changed.
It could be, yeah, it could be. So you used invisibility, and I think it was also identity on the one item.
Ja,
And then I'm trying to remember if there was anything else.
nothing else is jumping towards
You
me.
shot something from behind them. I can't remember what it is that you shot to the guys to come out of
wanna-
invisibility.
Fuck ja.
You definitely did something, but I can't remember what it was. I think it was Scorching Ray.
Yes.
But you
Yeah.
don't have Scorching Ray anymore because it's one of the spells that you decided to take. So what I'm
Yeah,
going to do is I'm going to take Crown of Madness off for this fight. Okay?
Why?
So that I can put Scorching Ray on.
Okay.
So give me a second. And then
I'm not gonna
we'll...
use it. Give me my crown of madness back, boy.
No, man. There we go. Yes. Like it. What? Goodness gracious.
It's exactly how it sounds, bro. Promise
Okay,
you.
here we go.
I'm fun to live with.
Okay, there we go. So now it should be more or less where we were. Okay.
Okay, so I can still use it,
Yes.
even though it's
because,
not a spell that I technically
No,
work with.
because no. I'll sort it out with you later. So don't stress too much.
Okay, we'll
about
swap it out later. Okay, cool.
Exactly. But for now, you did use it, so I'm gonna keep it to that, and that's a second level. So you've got another second level taken off, and now you've got all of your stats as is.
Okay. Happy to go ahead.
Okay, then I think that's everyone. I just wanted to double check and make sure.
Sorry, just a quick question. You
Yeah.
said I was top of the initiative roll,
Yes, that's right. You're right. You're gonna start the fight, Joe.
but we haven't rolled, or are we continuing
No,
from
no,
the
no. We
last game?
continue from the last one because you decided to be
of course,
proactive
okay.
and shoot your bolt of
In that
lightning.
case, I want to Scorching Ray the fuck out of these guys. So Troglodyte, let's say 17, 16, and 18.
Okay. Let me just quickly. So there you are. So 17,
Hold on a second.
16,
Yeah,
and 15.
yeah.
Okay, right.
No, 17, 16, and 18.
18.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Okay, Scorching Ray. So I think I get to hit. I hit 3 of them.
You shoot 3 bolts, but you gotta. So you can choose. You can have per
1 on
attack,
each.
or you can target 3 enemies and then you do 1 roll to see if it hits or not.
Fuck it, Brood. I like to gamble.
Okay, yeah. So you just roll 1 to hit. So you can do that already. That's just the 2 hit dice.
Let me just quickly check which one is. I'm
So
now
you
on
go to the-
actions.
So you go to spell and you go
Yeah.
down to your second level Scorching Ray spell. You'll see that there's a
I'm
blue
there.
dice.
Yeah.
That says attack
this
range
one.
plus 8. Oh wow, that's all high. I think that's all a hit.
Sweet.
Yeah, that's all a hit. Yeah, so okay,
Roll
you can roll
damage.
your damage and then that will get put amongst all of them. Okay, so you in one foul swoop, you must explain this. How do you shoot this thing from that far to kill 3 of them, and what does it look like?
Oh, bro, it looks very impressive. I assume everybody is witnessing the awesomeness. So as I stand there, I take like a little bit of a Goku stance, like from Dragon Ball Z. And you hear me mumble some shit, and then I go blam. 3 of them shoot out, ping, ping, ping. Right in the head, oh.
It's a cocky little teddy bear, this. But okay, cool. All right, here, let's
Clean, oh.
All 3 of them. You see, they're getting ready to lunge towards Prince Derendal.
Wait, hold on.
And the
Hold
one
on, bro.
was even ready to turn around towards Hexy. And just as that happens, just and you see all of them just crisp on that spot itself.
Crispy, maybe.
That's like Kentucky Fried Chicken, eh?
Well, this is Kentucky Fried Lizard.
Mm.
So, just want to ask, how can I check if I used my boots, my haste?
What do you mean?
I got that one ability. What's it called again? I think it's literally called.
The lucky footwork.
No, not that one. Didn't I cast haste? I can't remember now.
No, I don't think so. No, I think in the previous fight you had haste, but not.
I casted haste in a previous fight.
Yeah, you can add your proficiency bonus to your initiative roll, and then you've got your senses and you've got your rabbit hop, and that as a bonus action, you can jump a number of feet equal to 5 times your proficiency bonus.
No, that one is not a problem. I'm just wondering, where do I see like my stats, like what I have active, like buffs and whatever.
That's effects that you'll have. So when you cast haste on you, then I put the effect on you itself.
So where would we see what effects are currently on us? Under actions or skills?
Effects on
If
us
you hover
currently.
over your character, let's see if there's anyone that's got a stat on here. Let me quickly see. I don't think there is, but I'll just double check.
There should
So
be
you-
like major armor.
So you hover over the icon.
Yeah, so if you hover over your chommies, I'm just trying to see if there's anyone here that might actually have one. No, not really. Mage armor related is affected on your main page directly from me, so that won't be shown. But yeah,
Do I-
basically you'll get like an effect, little bubble. So the moment you put like haste on, then that haste bubble effect gets placed on you. So if you look at your action tab where you've got haste, let me just quickly go in here. So you see haste the spell.
Yeah.
There's like an effect that you've got called haste AC2, advantage saves, and dexterity, and so on. That
Yeah.
you put on immediately, and then the second effect is the lethargy, where your speed is reduced to 0. That I also put on when that happens.
All right.
At the
So
moment, no, it wasn't put on.
do I have mage armor on?
Mage armor. Let me just see. No, because you said you didn't want mage armor at all.
As a what?
As
a
oh
spell,
no,
you're
sorry,
saying?
that was Hexy. She's like, no, she doesn't want mage armor.
No,
So
I've
mage
got mage armor.
that's the +3, and you've got just here. Yeah, it's on at the moment because your AC is +5.
Okay. All right, cool. Well then, I'd like to hop a hell of a lot closer. Can I get right up next to the Quaggoth? Like
Let's see.
Like next
That's-
to like
That's
Lady.
30, and then you can, as a bonus action, let me just see what your proficiency is. Let me just double check. It's over here 3, so 3 times 5 is 15. So you can use that bonus action to get to 45. Just
Can I hop there?
Yeah, so you run towards Lyra and you do like a springing hop and you jump like right over. And that's your
That's
bonus action.
This bunny is effective, XA. Alright, cool. Turns over.
Okay, cool. Next one is Jordan. What are you doing?
Okay, cool. I want to cast my bonus action, actually use steady aim,
Okay.
and then I want to throw one psychic blade to 21 and one psychic blade to 19.
Okay, so do your first hit then. And then that is the thing that gives you advantage, I think.
Yes. Can I cast it?
Steady aim, you give yourself, yeah, that's fine, but you can't move.
Yes.
Okay, cool, 100. So, okay. So let me just quickly get your steady aim. Did you put it on yourself?
I think so. Says that Jordan Creed, steady aim.
Yeah. No. Okay, so you just hang on. Okay, do it again. Click on it.
Okay.
So now you'll see that the effect is now on you itself.
Okay, cool.
So now you can
Roll.
roll. Just hang on. No, that's okay.
Why
That's
did it-
fine. Okay, that's both. That's hit. Okay.
I gooi the damage.
Yes, that's right, yeah. So those are what. Let me just quickly see.
I clicked on the wrong one. That doesn't have the. Oh, you can just add a +3, which is just 5 damage.
No, that's fine. 5 damage.
With
Okay,
the
right,
1?
sure. Just quickly see here. Those two, number 19, number 21, they will be dead as well. So you throw 2 daggers. Explain how you throw those 2 daggers upwards.
I was facing them the whole time. I did not see what happened behind me. And then as I see them at the top, they just throw like one on my left, one on my right. Hit them straight in the neck as always. Just go for that clean kill, you know.
Yeah, okay, so yes,
a true
you just see
assassin.
this goes deep into their throats. You see the one like, yes, and as it like cools down, it like lands like right next to you, but it's not moving anymore. Okay. And
That
that
will be
is
me.
That's your turn. All right, Raylith, you up?
Oh, let's see. Well, there's only one left, so. Oh, 2 left. Well,
Or
I'll
3.
target. Oh yeah, there's the other one. Then I will go for Trolobot number 24.
Oh, sorry, that's the wrong button. Okay, what do you want to do?
Let's try my luck with a Sorcerer's Burst.
Nice. Okay, yeah, sure, go for it.
If fuck it, I'll. Does it
That's a
hit?
hit, dude. It hits. It's okay, right, sure.
+7 though.
Just the AC, yeah. They got 11 AC. Oh wow. Yeah, that kills him outright. You see the next troglodyte, he goes down. He's just hurt Twitch. And you managed to do this burst. This burst that you did was, what damage was it?
It was
Lightning.
lightning.
So you literally see this thing like and it falls down to the ground.
Noise. One down. Well, there's nothing much I can do now.
Okay, so you stay there.
Yeah, no, I'm just staying there, nothing else.
Okay, Lyra.
Yes. Let me see. You have to zoom in. The TV is far. Can I ask why no one went for this one, number 22?
Because you're there.
Because
Why is it my responsibility?
I killed the two behind me, so this is on you.
I'm gonna have
Got
to
this.
because I don't know when we will be able to do a race. So I don't want to use my focus point. 1 point, uno point. So I think I will technically have 3 attacks. So I'm going to just normal attack this man. I'm just gonna run up to him. And then I'm just gonna normal. Ooh, fuck.
So
Sorry.
the bunny runs over you, jumps over you, you jump over the bunny.
Yes.
Leapfrog. Okay,
Well,
and then-
technically I have long
Yes.
legs, so I just step over him. I don't have to jump.
I'm not like a tiny bunny, yo. I'm human size.
Show who's boss.
A human-sized
I mean,
bunny.
I'm short, but I'm not like tiny. I'm like 5'3", dude.
No, you're short, dude.
Yeah,
How
very
short?
I'm short, but
Is
I'm
he
not a
kickable?
miniature bunny.
You're not
Okay.
a gnome size, you're like a halfling size.
Yeah.
Okay,
Short.
halfling.
Okay, so I give a little hip on my step.
Does he come to
Okay.
my hip or something like that?
Yeah.
At the head.
Just the right
Yeah,
size.
basically, yeah. Think of him as a Chimchar and him are the same size, more or less.
Okay.
Hey, that's a whack.
Nice.
Okay.
Great. And then I do it again.
These hands.
Papa,
Okay, that missed.
Papa.
Oh, no, that missed.
Oh.
That missed.
I clicked too quickly. Okay, I have one more. We got this. Oh fuck, wat het ek nou gedoen?
Okay, no, it's fine. It's fine. Reroll again.
Why is there an advantage?
Because he was prone. So,
Oh.
it's still be an advantage because he's technically you hit him down. The game is trying to figure that out. It's fine. I'm
Oh.
going to just delete this. There we go. You can roll your attack again. Sorry, to hit.
No problem. Do I hit?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's with a 22. You murk.
Well,
Okay,
technically kick because he's prone, right?
Well, no, he's standing up still. Now he's dead.
Okay, I used all 3 of my attacks, so I'm done.
Okay, so how do you kill him?
Well, after I hip over the bunny, I, while still half in the air, jump up, and I used, you know when you hold your hands kind of like a blade, and I basically just chop at his neck twice, jab,
Karate
no
chopper.
once, karate chop him once in the neck, and then I'ma kick him. I'ma kick him where the sun don't shine, and that's what kills him.
Okay, all right, that can work.
Wait, Lyra.
Yes.
Could you please move in front of the Quaggoth and protect him? I started a war to save this guy's life.
Where? Yeah?
This Quaggoth here below us. He's been a good boy. He got us in trouble now, but I feel like he should live.
I don't know. I moved. Nothing's happening.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I'll,
Like that.
yeah. Pretty much. Okay, so let's go with Hexy because she's a lucky fairy.
Oh god. Fireball.
Here we go. Okay, Hexy, the percentage die, the one with the 2 zeros, you can throw in the chat for me. Ooh. Okay, let's see.
Okay.
55, 55, 55, 55. Okay, cool. Okay, I got it. Oh, that's gonna be funny if it does work. Okay, alright. Let's see. So, Anira. Okay, alright. So she's gonna try and hit this one with magic missile. So it's 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's 5 damage. Okay. And okay, so you see Anira, I've got this. She stands up and she just casts the magic missiles, and then the next moment she says, and she's very tiny. She's like now 10 centimeters. She's basically the same size as Hex.
What did she do?
Wild magic surge. You see this massive like bluish cloud forming around, and boop, when you look again, she's like extremely small. She's like tiny.
Don't
Like
understand
Thumbelina
why she
size.
keeps doing stuff like this.
Sorry.
Wild magic in her.
What
She
the
was-
fuck? Who's this person in your party? This freaking bomb over here that just goes off now and again.
She must leave her magic to someone else.
Okay, so I'm actually gonna jump down and go here. And I'm just gonna stand here and I'm gonna go for the Krogoth. Let's see if it actually.
You bastard! No!
I don't believe this.
No.
You missed it.
Fuck.
It's an
Miss.
automatic miss.
Oh,
Yeah.
Fuck though! Krogoth will live!
You had one job, damn fool. Okay. Alright, okay, yeah, no, he doesn't hit. Okay. Hexie, your turn. I wanted the casualty, but
Let me see. Okay, I'm gonna move in right next to Mr.
oh,
Uh,
close range.
Ludite.
Okay,
No,
yeah?
yeah. Because
What do
I
you
need
wanna
to
do?
do this, and then I'm gonna activate chill touch. Actually, chill touch,
Yes, honey.
and I need to be right next to him to touch him inappropriately.
Yeah.
Chacho.
So I'm gonna like touch his pecs and shit, but he's not
Oh
gonna
my
like it very
god,
much.
okay. Alright, so do your two hit. This is insane.
Like it or not, boys, that's the ideal male body right there.
Really?
What's my chill touch? Okay.
He has no penis, Harry.
It's cantrip. First
The
one on the
standards are
cantrip
becoming
list.
unreachable.
Oops, my bad.
The Royce has
Which
got
one
him.
is
So do the two hit. It's like the blue dice after the
There we
description.
go. Oh my fucking god.
Jy wil mos nie permission vra vir iemand inappropriately touch.
What's
I
funny,
thought
Dixie,
I was his
Dixie,
type.
Dixie, you think to yourself, yes, now's the time to grab the troglodyte by the balls. And as you go for it, there's no balls. You just touch like a weird, scaly feeling. You don't understand what's going on here, and in the process, it fumbles your spell. Like you don't like, what the hell's going on here? That's why you automatically missed, and you see the lizard like look at you like, huh? Okay, Oswald, you're up, dude.
Okay, enough of this tomfoolery. I'd like to hit him with the magic missiles.
Dude, you don't. I'll even give you advantage on it. Not that you need it with magic missiles, but he's been violated by a fairy trying to touch his nuts. It's like you can just roll.
Sure. If only I could put him to sleep so he could retell that story to his other lizard bros. Doesn't somebody have that? Just so you can go and retell that story.
Knock him out.
Okay. So magic missile. Upspell it to level 2. How do I upspell something like this?
No, you don't. You just shoot another bolt. So you just do the damage 4 times instead of 3.
Okay. So
Was that a miss?
No,
That's magic
the
missile.
magic missiles always hit.
The magic missiles hits automatically. So 3,
What the fuck?
That's
Hey.
dead.
If those
Okay,
were
and you can
sixes,
do
it
one
would have
more.
been-
Okay, yeah, there we go. So
What
yeah,
the
that
heck?
includes. Okay, how do you
How
kill
you
him with
did
the
that?
magic missiles? Or do you kill him or do you knock him unconscious? Up to you.
Hey, that's not a bad
No,
roll.
I know.
dude.
But why does it keep going 2, 2, 2, 2, 2? Like,
I don't
that's-
know.
it's
You
your luck.
just got lucky because it's a D4. Remember, it's only 4 numbers it can go to.
okay. Right. So yeah, I'd like to knock him unconscious. Like the magic missiles, you know, I like to imagine like I can change the impact from sharp to like blunt.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I hit him. Let's say just above where his balls would have been.
Okay.
You know, to leave a memory. and then another one to the head just to knock him out and fling him back. So he goes. He flies off to the distance and he just lays there.
Yeah. No, that's fine. So you've knocked him out, and the one Kogarth's like looking at him like wanting to attack, and Prince Derendale's like, no. We must get the children to safety. And you and you basically see this troglodyte just laying there.
So, okay, brilliant work. Then I would like to move up and just check with the kids. Are you kids okay? Did you get damaged? Are you hurt?
Are you damaged?
Are you damaged? Yeah, that question is too deep. Children, okay, children, are you hurt? Because one of you looks a little bit hurt.
This unit does not sustain damage.
Yeah.
Can Miss Wild Magic possibly heal?
Okay,
The
there you
name
go.
is
You guys should
Anira.
have free movement now. So yes, Anira, you see Anira, she's like, help me.
Okay, can I help her?
Can we pick her up?
Actually, y'all, can I use my stone of growth, please, on a poor Anira?
Yeah, you can.
Just to,
So you
just,
give the stone to her.
well, I want it back, but she's welcome to use it just to get back into like her normal size.
Yeah,
Do
she's
you
like,
become-
she's on the ground. She's tiny. Remember, she's like 10 centimeters. And when you put the stone next to her, it's like it's as big as she is.
So you can't hold
Throw
it?
it to her.
But then when you use it, you see her grow, and she's like, oh, thank you, Ixie. That was so kind of you. Not a problem. And then like a minute passes, she shrinks again.
Oh no.
Eyeball!
Suddenly a minute.
Oh,
What?
right, yeah, because it's...
The stone only works for a minute.
Oh, nee, okay.
So-
Why would you
so
do
she's
such a
up and
thing?
down,
Actually?
up and down the whole time. So keep that in your mind as you gain. But that spell lasts for only an hour, so she only has to do it like 60 times.
It's like torture actually.
That's wild magic for you, eh? But okay, anyways. Yeah,
Probably
so
have this.
Archibald, is there anything that you wanted to do?
Can anybody heal this kid? Twitch, the blue one
I have
with the
some,
big ears and
I
the
have
adorable
some
eyes.
health potions.
Oh,
Oh,
I've
got-
got a health
Got a
potion,
couple of health potions here.
Is anybody here a cleric? No one.
No, there's no clerics or no divination magic works. The only
No,
one that's
we don't.
able to heal is Jonalith and Lyra, but that's through like a centering yourself healing that she does through her monk capabilities. There's no divination magic.
I've got
Well, I
I've got
do have Hand of Healing, but I'm not gonna use a focus point.
You see,
Fine.
Twitch, like, you bitch.
bitch.
I reckon then let's get the hell let's get the hell out of here. I assume there's nothing of value on the ground on these lizard people's bodies.
Can I
You
walk
make
up-
the check.
You want to go fondle the troglodyte, Harry?
Now I want to walk up to the Kogarth and down throw him a health potion or just give him a health potion. And then
Okay, which type was he gonna get?
just a normal
The 2d4.
potion of healing. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, I'll roll quickly. So that's a 7 plus 2, that's a 9.
I have
Actually,
12.
decent healing.
So I have 12
Can I do the same for
potions
Twitch too,
left.
please? I've got a potion as well. I can spare.
Okay, yeah, sure. Do you want me to roll again for Twitch?
Yes, please.
Okay, that is a 7. That's actually pretty decent. She you'll notice that she doesn't have a lot of health. I mean, she's tiny. She's like got very little health. Fruity, you were saying? Warren?
Yes. Okay. I want to walk up to the troglodyte as well.
Okay.
He has a fin on his head, right?
Just give me a second. I'm just getting the potion sorted out. Hexia, I'm just taking. There we go. Okay, cool. All right. Sorry, you were saying what was that you wanted to know?
The troglodyte.
Yes.
He's
Yeah.
got like
What about
a
him?
he's got like a fin on his head.
Roll me a perception check, and then we can go from there.
Okay. Perception.
Okay, so an 18. That's pretty solid. Okay, so troglodytes, yeah, they've got like various things about their bodies, if I could say it in that sense. But what you notice on them is they've got this extremely long, sharp claws because they've got like these enormous hands, and each are quite long, in the sense of inches wise. You're looking at about a couple of several inches, and these claws, if you look at them, you could technically like use them to make like small weapons, or harvest them to maybe try and sell if you really wanted to. It's more or less on a value of like 8 to 10 silver pieces per claw. So it depends if you want to try and start that concept of harvesting your kills. That's up to you. We just then roll the dice to see how many you can actually take if you want to.
Okay, I don't want to do it with this one that's alive, but I would want to do
But
it with
with
a
all the
couple of them.
bodies.
With the one that's dead, I would
Okay.
like to start. I would like to start harvesting.
Okay, so you roll me a d20, and then you
Cool.
roll me a d6.
Oh,
Great.
Okay, so that's very bad luck. Sorry, dude. So that's 1. Okay, and then roll a d6. All right. Okay, so you, out of this whole lot, because they were brutally damaged, some of them scorched beyond recognition. You managed to get the 2 that you threw the dagger in the necks, and there were another 3 more that you were able to get, and you see that you can easily get that troglodyte claw from them. So if that's what you want, you can do that.
And also a question, can I add my psychic dice roll to that?
Yeah, I'll let you do that. That's fine.
That's a 1d. What was that roll again?
The d20. So you can roll your d8 now.
Yeah, d8. Okay, if I can roll in the board, thank you.
That's it. Oh
oh
wow, that's
yes.
8. So okay, so with that, I'll add that instead of the 1, so 7 more on top of the 4. So that's 11. So you get 11 of those claws.
Yeah.
And I've put that in your inventory already. If there's anything else that you guys want to do, that's up to you.
I'll give another
Okay.
health potion to the Kogath.
Well, Raylith, is there anything that you want to do?
I've got a suggestion, right? These creatures, right? Can we
Yeah.
harvest their leather?
Can we harvest?
They like skin them for leather.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
so you. No, it's fine.
Can we
it's
can we
fine.
brutalize these bodies?
Hey, Archibald.
You check it and you notice that they're not really got leather. They've got like sort of like scales, but it's not really ones that are easy enough to take off and actually make anything out of those. So that's definitely not something. But you could, in theory, have each troglodyte give you like 3 pieces of meat if you wanted to rather take that for cooking wise. Though, just a word of caution, meat of many monsters are considered vile and distasteful. So it might not be as great as you might think when it comes to taste or cooking. But you're more than welcome to try. I would say you've got you got the medicine skill. You can check it out and see if it's viable or not.
Okay, let's see if it's viable. What do I need to roll?
Medicine check. So I would say with this, you'd need like about a 10 medicine. It's just a general check to see what you can get from this.
Oh well, I drive.
Can I do a check?
Let's see. Medicine, that's a 9. Yeah, you can do a check if you want. Raylith, when you look at these bodies, it's like this looks like it could be like the next fast food enterprise. It's like it could be very good meat if you really wanted to. Archibald, you're looking at him checking the meat and you're like, this is maybe not the best thing to try and eat. And it is a monstrosity because you are able to identify the type of creature. But it is disgusting meat. So it's not even to say that you could sell it. So if you take it, you could most probably eat it, but I wouldn't. It's not advisable to keep it more than 6 hours.
Well, then I'll just grab the scale. Then, fuck it.
You just want to grab a scale, okay? Sure.
Yeah.
Right, cool. So I'll put a troglodyte scale in your inventory.
All right.
All right. Yeah.
GTFO? Question mark. Everyone.
Mr. Archibald,
Yes, sir.
you got any cold cantrips?
I called cantrips. You say. For what purposes, might I ask?
Just curious.
I'll let you know in a second. I do.
Because next time we've got to stack these bodies, right? There, with the things we killed.
Yes.
We throw them in the box. Fucking freeze them. Okay, close the box. Then we can do it later. When we rest, we can start butchering and getting something to eat.
I see where I fall in with this plan. And let me say, I like your enthusiasm. I really do. But if we are going to do that, we should do it with something that I could also eat, perhaps.
No, that's fine. I'm just planning ahead. That's all. Planning ahead.
Okay, and I just want to say, contrary to popular belief, herringons do eat a little bit of meat, mainly fairy. Kidding, kidding.
What? What was that?
Sit down for your
Yeah, I
plan.
was like, yes. Let me just go this way.
Okay, cool. All right. Okay, so everyone's sorted. You ready to move on?
The
Yeah,
ball.
ready.
Okay, so who is the person that's going to be in front that rolls the dice to steer the way?
Can I do it?
I don't mind.
I still just want to trail if we move on and try and hide our tracks as well. Disguise ourselves.
Yeah, okay, sure. You can roll me a deception check
Yes, ma'am.
to see how well you're able to do that. And then Hexy, you can roll me a skill check of. Let's quickly see here. Survival.
What, my worst one? Okay.
Okay, all right. So Hexy, you start up in front. I'm gonna just put you guys in order. Okay, who's following Hexy?
I'm at the back.
Like, okay, so you're at the back. I'm gonna put you here more or less. I'm gonna put
I'll be behind that.
Sarah and Quickbath at the back. Prince Derendal.
I like where I
Cute
am
little
now.
Jordan.
I'm cool,
Okay,
I'm cool with this.
You okay
I
with
don't
that?
want him that
Okay.
close to me, please.
Okay, Jordan,
He eats furs.
Raylan, where are you? And Myra, where are you?
I'm happy anyway.
No, you must say. It's important.
No fool. Put me in the middle there by Joran and Prince. What is the Durandal?
There and
Okay, yeah, Prince Derendal. Okay, Raylan. Okay, where you are. Going once, going twice. Okay, sold. All right. So, okay. Nixie, you can. Okay, so you start walking back out of this area, and you notice that the cavern, it starts to shrink a little bit again. You could see that this was like an ideal ambush area itself, but in your mind, just go in this direction and you'll get to Vulcan Valve itself. So you can roll me another d20.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
just default run.
Yes,
Okay,
wat
cool,
gaan
a
aan vanaand?
no.
And then you can roll. Okay,
Oof.
no, that's fine. Let me just see. Let me just see. Give me a second.
Gonna be
give
a
me second.
bumpy ride.
All right.
Sorry.
Keeping it interesting.
Just like it. Okay, Hexy.
Yes, Cameron.
Dead.
14. That's the calling card, number 14. Okay, roll another d20 and see if you get more than 14 or not.
Jana blaas op hom, sit bietjie lucky something
Het jy nie
daar.
luck nie of iets, Jantie? Fuck.
Ek blaas.
Ja.
Yay!
Yo. For a moment there, I was like, man, encounter back to back. This is getting intense. Okay, all right. So, Hexy, you walk a little bit further and you find that there are two paths. You can either turn left or turn right. Which one do you go?
Ja, nie alweer.
I'm always right, so I'm gonna go right.
Think what?
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Is
fine.
there any way we can like listen maybe for sound from either one, or something like that, to try and get an idea of what goes where? Like maybe running water, something like that.
Well, I
Don't be
will.
so damn sensible.
I'll...
Follow blindly.
Okay, right. So
go with
you
the flow.
see Hexy, she's just flying ahead, and then I would say a good few minutes walk. All right, you pick up on it. So okay, let's see who's got the highest perception. Who's got the highest perception here?
Not me.
I do.
18. Okay, Archibald's got 18. Relith, how much have you got?
2 seconds.
14.
2 seconds.
You got a natural perception of 14.
Mine is 16.
Yeah, you are 16. And Joran, I think, is also around about the 14. Oh, 12. Okay, so you start walking, and Archibald, your ears start to pick up on a noise coming from the front. And this noise, it sounds like a weird combination. You follow in Hexia, and she's kind of like leading away with confidence, but you start to hear the noise of what sounds almost like rushing water, almost like a waterfall. And you start hearing like a sound which no one else can hear, but it's like it sounds like a creature that is pretty much on its last. Like its moan isn't a moan of like help, but more like why, like type of sound. And you can hear this in the distance, and this is about 200, maybe 250 feet in front of you. But
Ek sê jy moet begin links gaan.
Hexy and
Yeah.
you guys, the rest of you as a group, start to notice a purpley lighting glare that was similar to Vulcan Valve. You guys proceed as usual.
Absolutely.
Okay, so as you are walking in, you guys enter Vulcan Valve. I'm going to bring up the map for you guys now. And this is from the top view. So I'm going to quickly just put you guys there first, and then we can go from there.
Well,
Give me a second quickly.
Vulcan Valve.
Vulcan Valve, yeah. Right, there we go. By the way, just for interest's sake, after you shortly have gone your own separate ways, the troglodyte wakes up and it looks around to see where its companions and friends are, and it can't find any of them except some that were mutilated, but it can't really find the recollection. And it looks around trying to figure out what happened, and then it vaguely gets the memory of it being like violated, it thinks it's a dream, and then it looks down and it sees fairy dust on its balls, and it realizes that this all did actually happen. So it gets up, it tries to gather as many of its friends, and it runs back to its own den to try and see if some of his other friends have made it as well. In that, let me quickly get this up. Here we
I
go.
should have killed that fucking thing.
No, that story needs to pass to generations. Next time we go to the little troglodyte village, there's gonna be a statue of you there, babe.
Fairy who touched my balls.
Yeah, made of like sticks and mud and stuff, you know. But then
I'm
there,
just
but the balls,
quickly-
it'll be shiny.
Yeah, no. That's flipping hilarious. Okay, let me just quickly do this. It won't take long.
Is the map up yet? I just want to double check because I
No,
haven't
not
seen
yet,
anything.
not yet,
Okay.
not yet.
Okay.
What is
You'll
he-
understand now why I've got to do this. Just so that you guys are
Cameron's gonna
aware of what
bedazzle us
happened.
now with his fancy 3D maps.
No, unfortunately not.
Thank you. Oh, not enough. Thanks.
Why you seem so sad about that, Cameron? You were
Because
excited for the maps.
I wanted to actually get some lacquer maps for you guys, and I work on it. But I finally only found out today a site that I can take the low resolution maps, and I can put it on higher resolution. So from next session onwards, I'll definitely be able to do that. Let me just quickly do that. Okay, all right. So this map. Synchronize.
The bold.
Share the record. Okay, cool. Okay.
Oh my lord.
And I just want to take him out because
The fuck
he's
is these
supposed
guys?
to be there. Okay, cool. All right, so you guys are coming in. Sorry, I had to just plant you guys on the map. So I'll put you a little bit in front here now. And then you've got, this is the one character. Okay, all right. So you guys start making your way to Valkenvalve, and you guys are on the lower point. Okay. When you get to this lower section, you start seeing bodies of fiends littered everywhere. I mean, you've got huge, massive creatures that look almost like primal apes, like massive. One is slouching on which is a very weird image to see. And you notice that it's like laying on a bubble. It's like its body, its stomach is on it, and its arms over it, but it's keeping its weight. Now, if you look at these fiends, you can see that this type of fiend is no lightweight fiend. These are quite heavy. And you notice that there's these like dog-like hounds. You see a lot of imps that are lying around, which have got like leathery wings and talons. And you notice of the lot, there's two massive, like looking, like vultures. One has been devoured to the point where you can't even recognize it anymore. And you notice the one still in the water, and that's the one that's making the noise, the one that, you know. And you realize that the gray ooze is systematically just biting this rock, this like vulture-like demon fiend, and it's pulling it more into the water, and you just see it like pulling it more and more and more and more. But what you do realize though is there's a body, it's severed, and on closer inspection it looks like a cat-like feline character, and you realize that this is Calypso. Calypso was one of the characters that was in the Motley Crew. From what you gather, she didn't stick with the group. She tried to run her own way, and that has cost her her life.
Oh, no.
Those are fucking right.
But is she okay?
Tell us
No,
more.
she's saying her body isn't
She's
too.
gonna be okay.
She's dead.
How you do that, Beth?
Okay, all right. But in the process of you guys walking in and you reevaluating everything, you notice that there's a particular bubble that's got a shimmer. It's not it's not easily visible, but you can see the shimmer. And you notice that as you guys get nearer, there's one or two characters that come out, and you see Aldeth. He walks out of the bubble doesn't collapse, and you see Grave coming out, and it doesn't collapse, and you see this Melissa coming out, and that doesn't collapse. But the moment Pocket walks out, you notice that it immediately drops down. Can you guys see the Pocket, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I ask you to share the thing again, please? My game bombed.
Yeah, sure, not a problem.
Oh, thanks.
Can I ask another question?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Why did we not short rest?
That's up to you. But all the creatures that you see around you are dead. So bear that in mind.
All of them.
Not
Yeah.
one of them is alive. This was a fight that the characters,
They won it.
the motley crew, had to fight on their own, and they were able to use tactic and this.
I thought some of these motherfuckers were still alive.
No. They all dead, and you see that your companions come out to greet you with a very. You can see they're quite relieved that you were able to get back. They weren't sure whether or not you guys were going to make it.
Nice.
And
Well.
you see as Pocket climbs out, you notice that it all of a sudden just collapses. You see this collapse of the spell, and you kind of get the idea that whoever cast the spell needs to maintain it and stay in it. And the moment they go out, that spell stops. And you see her running over the bodies and stuff, and you see Twitch, and you see Pocket, and both of them, as they reunite, they start hugging. You see Aldeth, he's like looking at Prince Derendal, and you notice Melissa, she's got a staff but a little bit hunched back, and Shashara's happy, and Sarah is standing towards the back, and Jim Jar, being his usual self, is kind of like standing by Graves, and Hexy is coming full blast into the chat zone here. Okay, so if there's anything that you want to do now, it's up to you.
Oh, there is a lot to do.
Well,
You
I
guys
rush
finish,
up
you
to
guys can
the,
move.
yeah,
You
my
can move
Oh,
by
map,
yourself.
like map.
The map is
The map just.
It's gone.
Wow, what happened?
There we go.
The map, did the map
Back.
close?
It's back
Yeah.
again.
Now it's back.
Okay, weird. Okay, yeah, so you basically there now, you can whoops, I did the wrong thing, I think. Can you guys move by yourself now?
Nope.
No.
Okay, try now.
Yeah.
Hang on. Can you move now? Yeah,
Yes.
I pushed the wrong thing. Sorry, my bad. Okay, all right. So there we go. You guys can pretty much discuss, talk, and do whatever you guys feel is necessary. The floor is yours. Just don't get too close to the grey ooze and the rock. The rock is still being devoured.
Can I chat with Grave?
Just putting the kids to bed. Be right back.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so Jonalith is kind of like just gonna run up to this point, and I would say Nero will most probably just meet up with Prince Derendal as they get to Aldeth. The lot of you can pretty much go to wherever you need to be, and then we can go from there. So let's start with Hexy. Hexy, you go up to Grave. What do you want to say?
I'll ask him if he's okay. Is he okay? What happened?
My sweet man,
What?
are you
My
okay?
sweet Grave. What happened?
As you get there, Grave's like, I'm so glad to see that you survived. We were a bit worried. We thought that we thought that would be the end of you. When all those fiends started fluttering out, we felt the need to bunker ourselves down, and luckily through the use of Pocket and her means to create this like dome thing, we were able to get in and stay safe. And we used tactic, myself, Aldeth, and Melissa, and Jimjar. We were able to repel the best that we could and keep them at bay. Melissa used some phenomenal magic, but she grew weaker every time she cast a spell. It's something weird. I'm not really sure how it works, but
Come back.
we were able to do the best that we could, and Shashar was able to use some of his medicational knowledge to heal those. But unfortunately, Calypso, Pipidor, and Ront, they just went their own way, and we don't know where they've gone. We haven't heard anything from them. We haven't seen Ront come running back after you guys had left initially. So it's just us, I suppose. But I'm glad to see that you are fine and you look quite healthy.
Thank you.
How did it go your side? I see at least Twitch and Jonathan is here. Were you able to get hold of the group? What happened to Shur? And you see Aldeth say, "Yeah, what happened to the fool?"
Now we're good.
I shout out, sure is dead.
Shot people. Shur is dead. And he turns. Who did the last blow? And you see him like holding his axe, almost like excited by the notion that he's dead.
Who had the last blow? I don't even know. Who
Yes,
was?
I'm telling you.
I can't remember.
I think it was.
Wasn't it me or Rayla?
I can't remember.
I think it was you, maybe.
Oh, he's dead, so.
Yeah, I suppose that's right, but must have been some crazy mind magic if you can't remember. But not a problem.
It was a crazy fight,
a
man.
tough
It was
fight.
tough. It was a tough fight. I see you guys went through the same, but yeah, it was tough.
Yeah, you check Aldeth. He goes up to Prince Daryl and says, "I see you a bit hurt.
Yeah.
The fools didn't appreciate dwarven ale, and they had a whole lot. Yeah, drink some up and make you feel right as rain." And you see Prince Derendal, he takes this jug and says, "This isn't mushroom tea." And you see Aldeth, "No, but it will give you a stronger kick too." You seem like gulping a bit down of the beer itself. Anyone else?
Yeah, well, I'll chug it.
I would take also. Fuck it, let's
I'll
go.
take a sip.
Yeah, sure.
Why not?
So you seem like giving it all that. he's quite excited to see people are trying to take a bit of this dwarven ale, and it's very strong. But yeah, it helps kill the senses and starts. It can start a couple of hallucinations if you're not careful.
Nice.
That's why we're here.
And he's like, "Whoa, Rick, I've had 2 beers already, and I've got a bloody rabbit talking to me. Who are you?"
My name is Archibald. And
Well,
I do not
pleasure to
know
meet
how
you,
the hell
Archibald.
Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you too, Aldith. So, how do you two groups know each other?
Well, we haven't really spoken about how we all got caught, but we found ourselves caught by Ilvara and her lover, Shur, who's now in the dust. Long distance relationships don't work that well. But nonetheless, got stabbed, everyone got together, and we had to try and escape, which, if I recall, Lyra, she opened the bloody door with her fists. Strong lady. But anyways, long story short, we all got together, got out, a group stayed here, and we foraged like the hell meant to be. And we found a good couple of things too, you know. So he's like, "Pocket, come over here." You see Pocket, I mean, Twitch, as the 2 sisters unite. But after a moment, Pocket comes through, and she starts pulling out like a piece of paper that she happened to find. And this whole thing's got a whole list of inventory, and there's a couple of things as well that's in the bags. But yes, basically in short, there's like 68 food rations.
Oh.
You guys have got 10 ropes with hooks. There's 25 torches. There's 12 water skins. There's a couple of scrolls and sheets of parchment, but no ink. There's loads of backpacks that they filled the stuff with. And then there's a vial of perfume, which is like got lilac and gooseberries in it, or the smell at least. And that's basically all the stuff that they could forage in this place to basically try and prepare so that when you guys reunited, you guys could be off almost immediately in a certain direction. And while she's going through this list, you see Aldeth and he says, Chris, where's the map? And you see him like bringing the map here, and he brings it out, and you see what seems to be like a poorly drawn sketch, but it shows you basically the gist of the location of Valkenvalve, and it shows you the list of where particular locations might be of worth. So on that list, you notice that there's a couple of places, and it's got a name in like Drow, but the Dwagar are able to interpret it, and in this case, Aldeth does so, and he gives these names. It's Valkenvalve, which is the one you had, and then it's Slip the Dop, which is a fishing village that Shishar comes from and says that he can get to. Then you've got Gracklestuk, which is the dwarven city, which is a couple of days away. And then you've got ones like the Neverlight Grove, which is where Stool is from. And you've got Blingdenstone, which is from Pocket and Twitch. And then you've got, obviously, Menzo Baranzan, which is where the Drow are from. And as he's showing you this list, he's like, yeah, we spoke about it while you were gone. But if we can get to Slipledup and get boats onto the Dark Lake, then I can get us to Gracklestuk, and maybe we can get you back where you come from.
Right. So
That sounds like a fucking brilliant idea.
let's do it. Ally, party up, and get going.
Sounds like a plan. But one moment, and you see him like turn around, and you see the jug of beer, and he's like, all right, I'm ready to go. And you notice that Jim's just like, yes, please. There's nothing of any value anymore over here. And you see Shushar, which is a very quiet Kawatoa. He's like a fish-like creature. He's got fins, and he's got sort of like a beard, but he talks very slow, and he's like, I couldn't take you to Slopeladu, but we must go that way, and not to the Drow. And he just kind of like points in this general direction.
Fucking what?
Well,
Basically
gang.
to his home place. That's where he wants to take us. Also,
Yeah.
Mr. DM, I just want to clarify the psychic connection, right?
Yeah.
I did read up on it, and it is in here. The communication is both ways.
Okay. The psychic
So-
whispers.
Yes.
Okay,
not just
yeah,
me.
sure.
I just wanted to clarify that.
But I
Continue.
thought we knew that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Not all of us, apparently.
Yeah. No, the one that has that same similar ability, but I think it's only one way, is Raelith. You've got you get telepathic speech, so you can form a connection between yourself and the mind of another, and you can choose a creature that you can communicate with. To understand each other, you must mentally use languages others know. The telepathic connection forms with different creatures. I'm not really. I'll have to go read
it's
up.
both
I know
ways.
that there was. Yeah, so that's also both ways. I don't know. I thought it was one way, to be honest. But yeah, okay, right, sure. We've got that sorted. Anything else?
If we have to talk to each other that way, we can. So,
Yes.
But yeah, we can
So
continue.
telepathically wise, yes.
All
right.
I got
Can I,
yeah.
Yeah, you guys must
yes,
decide
I
what
guess
you
you
want to
can
do.
go first.
Would it be wise to perhaps pop a short rest before we go marching off?
I think we can. We've got the crew now. I think we can long rest. Maybe just move a little bit in a direction and just immediately long rest. That's my opinion. I
Like,
also
how much
wanna.
longer till we get? How much longer till we get out of here? What if we run into another fight?
I don't know.
That's up to you guys.
We mustn't. If we start leaving now, no. Tell me, that ability, that one that says what, leave without a trace. That one.
Pass without a trace. Yes. Yeah.
Tell me, does it affect like encounters also? So if we've got that one active, but it still affect encounters.
Like before you run into an encounter.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
No, because I was thinking actually we activate that spell as if we leave here, and then we basically move until the ability is finished. Because I don't think it's for hours. I think it's like for a couple of minutes.
No. What? Pass without a trace.
Yeah.
That's for an hour.
So I would say let's march for an hour.
But it is a concentration spell. But yes. So for example, Lyra's got it for like an innate ability. It's like once off use that she gets for it. And Grave has also got it, but he's only got 2 uses. So you've got like 3 hours if you combine the 2 of them.
So what do you guys think? 1 hour, 2 hours, or 3 hours? Just to get away from here.
This is where you see Graves. Okay, so you see everyone like getting together. So the question is then posed, all right? Do we stay here or do we leave?
I think we should have a short rest and catch our breath.
How far are we from the prison where we break out? What's the distance like?
The prison is back up, so you're gonna have to take the lift to go back up, and then it's basically inside there.
Okay, how do we get? Okay, so we just following the path.
Let me see if I can't do that. Does that open up for you guys so you can see it a bit more? Yeah. So if you zoom out of the map, you see the whole map.
Oh, this is the whole. Okay, so oh shit, we're back here now. Okay.
Do you remember now?
Everything's coming back to me in flashes.
You forgot Anira. Just move her.
No, she's here.
Oh, there's another one.
Oh, it could be, yeah. Like in the sense that they might have like put like an icon or something. Yeah, but that's fine. Just ignore it. It's okay.
But the priority is to leave the underdog, right?
Yes.
So the quickest path, would that be in the direction of Mr. Shushar? Location he
Let me see
pointed
if I can't get you like a semi-map. Let me quickly see if I can find that for you. Let's go here.
Because that map is really important right now to see where.
Yeah. No, 100%.
But on the resting period, when will you guys want to rest? You guys want to rest here?
It's actually what I wanted to ask. Are we gonna just go in like an hour's in or traveling, and then we set up shop?
I think so.
For a quick rest.
I think just get out of here. You know, we don't want to stay here. I don't want to be here anymore.
So let me do this so that you guys can get a bit of a look, right? And then when you guys have got the map open, just let me know, and then I'll give you some direction.
Okay, it's open.
Okay, all right. Now there are some areas here, names-wise, you won't necessarily entirely know. Okay, and it's not important for you to know it just yet. What you can do is you can look at this circle where I am at the moment.
Okay.
So to give you an idea, okay, this is Valkenvalve. You see the little blue dot there?
Yeah.
Okay, that's where Valkenvalve is. This is where Menzoberranzan is. That's bad. Now along the way, there's drow outposts that link to it. Now, you guys encountered Shur roughly about where the center of the circle is, more or less now. Okay, around there. Okay, but the idea is that from Valkenvalve, you've got Slipperdoop and you've got Gracklestuk. It doesn't mean that you have to go to Slipperdoop. You can go straight to Gracklestuk, but there's this area called the Dark Lake, and the Dark Lake area is basically where there's one big river. So those that played Baldur's Gate, remember the boats that the Dwagar had?
Yeah.
Yes.
They traversed the Dark Lake. That's to give you an idea of where it is. Now that Dark Lake traverses like in this area, and it goes pretty much all the way down. So you've got the labyrinth and you've got other areas as well. I don't want to spoil it for you guys too much, but to give you an idea, over here, this is basically where you guys played with your previous campaigns and stuff. So this is Phandalin, where I've got my marker now.
Okay.
So over here is where Phandalin was. And you guys got more or less kidnapped around about here somewhere. And then you were taken to Valkenvalve through the channel. So with that being said, you've got quite a way to go, if I can say it in that sense. And you need to choose if you want to do it fast, normal, or slow. Bear in mind, when you use Pass Without a Trace, because it's a stealth check, it's automatically puts you into the slower movement. But with that, being able to
Pass without
run
trace.
and Pass Without Trace, to be able to basically do your thing, but without leaving tracks and stuff.
Okay,
But
so
it still
basically,
requires the stealth check, and you go. So Pass Without a Trace is very nice if you want to get through places, or you want to get around places, or if you don't want to be seen. Right.
okay. Okay, so party. What are you guys feeling for? Going for Slipperdoop first, or go all around to the crack? Just gonna abbreviate that one. Who votes for Slipperdoop?
And with a name like Sloopadoop, how can we not go there?
I think we need to go to Sloopadoop, but yeah, we can long rest.
Slipperdoop.
Okay, so majority of them voted for that.
Sloopadoop.
Slipperdoop. Slipperdoop.
Let's go, fish bro. But hold on, I have a question. How sure are you guys, wherever we're going, there's not going to be another encounter?
We're not.
We're not,
Not-
sure.
there's no guarantee, yeah.
Any direction anything can happen. So I think
Okay, so who's
Should-
leading? Who's leading the charge here? Bear in mind, Graves immediately goes, "Are we going?" So he asks, "As a group that we are, the size that we are we trying to do this stealth, or are we trying to get there as soon as possible?"
I vote
Look-
for stealth.
look, we can. The idea. Look, we also got the boat, so we can use it on the Dark Lake. Just remember that, in the bigger scheme of things. And Sloopadoop is right next to the lake. We
Yeah,
can
but
cross.
remember,
We can
if-
cross ground fast on the lake.
No, that's also fine. But remember, now, if those people at that small town or whatever it is, or village, they can be interrogated. If they know we're going there, whoever's gonna track us, 'cause I guarantee you, somebody is gonna come after us. Of course, listen, that chick actually went ahead, so she's gonna wonder where is this guy, and we already killed him. She's gonna come back, find traces, track him from there back to Valkenvalve. See, we went to Slipperdoop, and from there on, interrogate the shit out of anybody that's there. Then they know we're gonna go to crack.
Maybe, but we've got an inside man now. We can send him
Yeah.
in first.
Yeah, that's fine, but still, at the end of the day, if we can, let's say, for instance, take all precautions for that. So my vote is for still the stealth approach. We can from that village we can go crazy.
Remember, the village is 8 days. This is not something that you're going to get to in the next hour or two.
Yeah. But still, searching for 8 days for a person you know the direction and versus not knowing the direction where they went is a big difference. Makes a hell of a difference, actually.
So where do you want?
I feel like Raylith is speaking from experience, so I feel like I am on his plan. It feels like a safe bet.
Let's just go in for an hour. No, stealth wise. No, with pass without a trace. And from there on we can go normal pace. Or fast. You guys can choose on that. That's just my suggestion.
We can do that. And when are we
Yeah, I'm
gonna
happy
fit in the
with that.
rest?
What do you mean?
What's that? Say again?
Are we gonna long rest?
Let's just go. We got. Now comes the question: are we gonna long rest now, right where we are, or are we gonna go in our first long rest and then move on?
What does the group want?
I say we do short
Um,
rest and motor.
Yeah,
I
I'm also for them. I'm also short rest. Go in an hour, rest, continue.
Yeah, like short rest to get the fuck out of here.
We can do that.
okay.
Okay, so you guys want to do
DM,
short rest? Yeah.
my map has disappeared with all the people on. I've just got the Sword Coast map.
Okay.
Could you reappear the map for me, please?
Yeah, yeah. Sure. There we go.
Danke.
So I'm
Okay.
just putting the people more or less in a formation. It's not written in stone. But just to get you an idea. Okay, so you guys want to do a short rest first, then you want to go out. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'm keen for that.
Okay, so
Yes.
Exy, you?
What's this now?
Wat was
Long rest or
jij?
short rest? Which one are you keen to do it now?
Yeah.
Okay. Jordan?
Yeah, sure, we can short rest.
Lyra?
Yeah, short
Okay,
rest
so
is
that's
fine.
everyone. You guys decide now to take a short rest. So let's do that. Rest and short. And that's 1 hour. So is there anything that you guys are doing in this hour that you wanted to do particularly? I'm just gonna quickly roll the Cookouts hit points. You go ahead and do the rest.
Do I have something to write on?
Can
Yeah, I suppose depends on. Yeah, there was a couple of parchment and stuff that you guys
Did we find some ink
were
that we...
able to do it. Yeah, there's like sheets of parchment, but it didn't have the ink.
Why do you need ink when you can use the blood of your enemies?
Something like that. If you
Gosh.
want
Sure,
to
let's
go
just say
that route.
whatever I use, I got that ink from the other troglodytes or whatever. And I write a small note and I fold it up and I put it in my pocket.
Okay, sure.
What did you write on the note?
And I just chill in the corner, just relaxed.
All right. Okay, so you.
I would like to use Arcane Recovery. Just putting that out there.
Okay, yeah, sure. So you get some of your spells back. Arcane recovery. That is rounded down or rounded up.
Round it up.
All right. So that's 3 spells. Okay, so what spells do you want?
I'll take 1/3 level.
Okay, cool. Boom. All right. Done.
Yep.
Hexy, you doing anything?
Nope.
No arcane recovery, eh?
Do you want to recover your spell slots?
Did she use any? She just used a cantrip.
But doesn't it automatically recover with a short rest?
No, long rest. But the arcane recovery is a thing that you can use between short rests to recover some of your spells.
Okay.
But you can only use it once, and then you can't use it again until you long rest.
Yes. Which is
Guess
also
I'll-
3 level spells, so you can get like a second level and a first level spell, for instance.
That's fine. Okay, I'll use it.
Okay, so you use it. That gives you 2, and that gives you 1. All right. Jordan, have you got anything that happens during a short rest?
While Joran is quickly out of order, yeah.
So he gets all of his psychic energy back. Let me just see.
Not all of
Luck
it.
is
No, I
no,
just
no.
get on the short rest. I get one back. It already went down, and nothing
So you
else.
get
Luck,
yes, yeah,
luck
yeah.
is long rest.
You get one back. So there we go. And then you've got okay. So Lyra, have you got anything that you can do on a short rest? You get
no.
you get all your focus points back, and you
Yeah.
get your uncanny metabolism also back.
Oh yes, I forgot about that.
Okay, then Raylith, what are you
just
doing?
I'm also just getting back my sorcery points. And I think it's about 2. The max I can get.
Is it sorcery restoration that you're doing?
Yeah.
You go to half of your sorcery level.
Rounded down.
So that's rounded down, so that's 2. So
2.
2 of your sorcery points. There we go. Okay, there we go. Okay, so that's basically the short rest. You guys sit while you're taking a bit of a rest. You can see that Pocket is, making sure that the bags are proper. Twitch is just very excited. She's not leaving her sister's side. Jonathan, while sitting there, you notice that Ballista and Jonathan are sitting quite close, but you notice that they're not really talking to each other. Archibald, you pick up that Melissa, being a wizard as well, she's studying his glyphs that he has on his arms and on his neck and over closer to his forehead, and you can see that where we never really noticed it before. I mean, this is not really Archibald, but the rest of you as well. Nothing really pointed out that there was anything like glyphs on his body until he lit up. And then you noticed that where those glyphs and sigils were, it's been there pretty much the whole time. You just never really noticed it because it's so faintly, indentured on his body itself. And for all intentions and purposes, he looks just like a normal boy. But on closer inspection now, you realize that there's something different about him. Jim Jar is, as usual, keeping tracks of everyone. Sarith, who is a lesser male, is helping Melissa. And though Melissa has a more understanding way and follows Elestrea, which is the good drow deity, there's still an innate means to command the male drow. And the male drow, even though it's not intentionally meant as a form of submission, he still, when she speaks, listens very intently upon instruction to make sure that he is not rewarded with cruel means of pain whenever he does not listen. And Nera, she's happy to be back as well. And Nera, you can see Nera, she sits very close to Joran. There's a sense of safety there that she's starting to feel. Prince Derendal and Aldeth, who at first would never have been ones to communicate and talk to each other, find themselves in good counsel, and they are constantly talking as to how to go forward. And in this process, Grave Dunwin, he's basically explaining how he would be able to guide the group as he was taught how to navigate different terrains, and shows that he's got a bit of a ranger quality to his character itself. While you guys are there, rations are given out. Those that want meat get meat. Those that want something like fairy meat get carrots. And you guys are all sitting quite calm and collected. And for a good hour or so, it feels somewhat a bit normal, even though you are scattered amongst these dead fiends. It's the first time in a long time that everything is just being quiet and calm and collected. After this short rest, you guys decide to head out, and in that formation, that is the one that you've got to tell me now how we go about it. I will put Graves up front.
We'll be at the
You
back.
guys can put yourself, you can put yourself in the formation that you want to be in. I would say Jonalith is towards the back with Twitch, and you can see that Prince Derendal is most probably going to try and keep them as safe as he can. So just putting him over there. Wherever else you guys want to go, that's up to you.
Before I position myself, I have a question. So we are going to do the stealth thing, right?
Yes.
From
So-
what we see, yes, that's the idea.
So what I'm understanding is that the Pass Without a Trace makes a concealing aura for 30 foot.
Yes.
So whoever can't or doesn't have high stealth can.
That's more than enough.
Oh, okay, great. Cool.
I could see where that was going. Don't worry, everyone will fit in there.
Okay, great. That was my worry.
Yes.
Just need
Yes.
to how do I roll for the to get my health a little bit back from the short rest?
You hit you roll your hit dice. So at the bottom of your main page, you'll see that there's a dice there that's got a number on it. Just click on that dice right at the bottom, the HD. Anyone else that's got health missing, you can do the same thing. So you just click that.
All right.
So there you recovered. So now you've used one of the 5 dice that you've got. Okay, and you get dice according to your level, and that is based on your hit dice. So, for example, Jordan, you will be a D8. Raylith will be a D6.
How many times can we use it?
As many times as you want, because you get half of them back during a long rest. But just bear in mind that it's like you've got to use it carefully.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna use it. My health
Fine,
is
that's
you
enough.
will find out.
I just wanted to click button.
Okay, Exy, where do you want to be?
Put me in the middle, please.
In the middle it is. Okay, Raylith, where do you want to be?
Where I'm now?
Okay, Jordan, where do you want to be?
Back. Trying to hide our
Okay,
tracks.
I'm gonna do there. Okay, cool. Archibald, where do you want to be?
I'm happy, sort of just closer to the gang, like there.
Okay, sure. Lyra is there, and you got one Kogarth that's up a little bit, and I'm gonna do that. Okay, so let's do this. That's basically the formation that you've got. Considering that no one really in the group is taking point besides Grave himself, let's go with Hexy because Hexy really likes Grave, so she can roll the D20. And what you can do for me is you can roll me a percentage dice as well.
Nou nie jou man doodmaak nie.
88. Okay, cool. All right. So, Grave, does he go ahead of the group quite a far distance, or does he stick with the group but just a little bit ahead of the group?
Little
Your
bit ahead?
choice.
Still within the 30-foot radius.
Okay,
Yes.
all right. So what I'll do is on Lyra, I'll make it like this, so that
Yes,
you
of
can
us
see.
things
So,
12 at least.
okay, so there we go. That's more or less where it is, and then he can cast it where he is now. So he would actually have to be over there so that everyone else can also see this when he casts it, and then Jordan would just be in that circle. So let's do that for the sake of it. Okay, so
Then I
you
click on the
guys
purple button.
leave the Underdark and you make your way. All right, let me go. Yeah, here we go. As you guys leave to go to the actual Underdark itself, you've now had your rest. You've had your
Music is
food.
paused, by the way.
Oh, that
It's
sucks.
music.
Yeah.
Wow.
I forgot about. Oh, there we go.
So, as you gather your stuff, you take your bags, you take your rations, you take your weapons, and you get yourself ready. Grave looks back, and a few of you as well looking at Valkenwolf, and you realize how much you guys have grown in this time that you've decided to make this escape. And as a group and as a collection, you start moving towards what you feel would be the general direction. And Shashar gives the occasional yes, he approves, and off you guys go. All of you can roll a stealth check to see how stealthy the group actually is.
I didn't add my thing because the.
We just add 10, don't worry.
Okay.
Joran,
Stealth.
you could technically roll a luck.
I don't have a
You?
luck. A luck doesn't refresh on a short rest. Only refresh on a long rest.
Okay, do you want to use your other one?
Yes.
Okay, so you can use it. That's a
I'm not-
D8. Hexy is tip stealthy. But 24, that's a
Okay.
real decent pull.
I'm not stealthy at all.
And okay, yeah, 11.
Does it also
Caleb
add
is
things to
5.
me?
Archibald
Yes,
is a
sis.
16. Yeah, so you get
11 plus 10,
that's
isn't
a
it?
2. That's a 2. So yeah, it's a 2 plus 9. That gives you 11. So you guys can actually thank Hexia for that. Moors at 24, and that would most probably get you
Fucking the rope.
guys where you need to be. Yeah.
Fucking rogue
But don't
stumbling
you
over the back here.
technically add 10 to everyone?
Yes, it does. So
Okay.
every single person that's on the group, but I'm not going to roll for the motley crew because they kind of like follow in your stead.
Yeah.
As you guys walk through this area, you notice that the Underdark is almost like a labyrinth. You know, it's up and down. It's got passages that are constantly twirling. It's going, you know, to heightened areas. At one point, you actually get to like a massive area where there's just like mushroom pads that you basically have to walk across them over this chasm. And as you guys are walking through, you look down and you just see darkness. It's like the abyss below you. Sorry, wrong pipe. But as you guys are walking in this general direction, there's the sense of, you know, something's happening. So are you guys traveling for an hour and taking a long rest, or are you guys just coupling on?
Here we're going. We're moving until the pass of our trace wears off.
Yeah, that's an hour.
Okay, so after an hour, you guys finally get to like a location itself. You don't really see any creatures along the way, and it seems like everything has been quite smooth sailing for now. But the wonders of the Underdark start opening up to you. You see different types of lichen, different colors. You see rocks. You see this one big thing that looks like it's walking on its hind legs, but it's across the chasm, and it doesn't come across as something that's necessarily violent, as it's just standing there and it's eating from the mushrooms and from the barrel stalks as well. And eventually you get to this point where you are an hour later. But here's the thing with Joran. You stayed at the back to try and clear your path. And every time you want to, you know, make a footprint vanish, it just vanishes by itself. There's like this magical entity that's just emanating from Lyra that's keeping the terrain as if you were never there. And you realize after a few minutes that even though you're checking back just to make sure that the magical effect is still there, there's absolutely no trace of your party that's taking place. And you guys just keep on going, and you now meet at the point where you are now at that 1 hour mark. What are you doing?
Come back and say we're gonna rest here, guys.
I'm
Open up the
taking-
bag.
I technically don't need to long rest because everything, my short rest is my long rest.
That's true. That's true. All right. So you guys, from what I understand, you guys are taking. You're still taking the long rest, even though Lyra is like, yeah, she doesn't need a rest. Okay, what are you doing? I just want to
Well,
confirm.
I wanna ask Lara to place that cover down in a place where it's a bit more inconspicuous.
The cover.
The thing that you throw on the ground and opens up.
Oh, the rooms.
Here we go.
The hold of the hole of holding.
That
The
one.
hold of holding.
Okay,
It's
yeah,
like-
all right. So yes, so the hole of holding, you pull out what looks like a tablecloth, round 20 feet in diameter, circular wise, and you throw it on the ground, and it's a bit wrinkled on the one end, and you manage to just tighten it until it's quite solid as if it were on a table. And all of a sudden, this hole just forms. And when this happens, you notice the rest of the group are quite surprised by this. And do you guys go in freely? Like you guys don't have a problem with it? No concerns?
Yeah, but I would just tell them, listen, it's safe. We've been in
Okay.
here before.
And you notice that Pocket, she's like, yeah, no, this is very nice. She's got a spell that can work in conjunction to it, and she's got one spell slot left. So she casts this magic, and you notice that it's the same shimmering dome that she had used for the crew when they were at Valkenvalve. And it covers this table, shall I say tablecloth for the sake of better understanding, perfectly, so that not only does the dome open up to the hall of holding open up to the requirements of the group, but it also has a sense of protection, and that lasts for 8 hours. And as she's singing, she's got this little gauntlet that she's got with the singing stones that she has. She starts painting in the air, and before you know it, she has cast this dome around you, and you find yourself basically in this area of protection itself. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly move you guys into this area. I'll just give me a second.
I'm actually curious about that dome, that shimmering dome.
the
There we go.
magic.
Mm-hmm.
All right, there we go. I think you guys are now sorted.
Uh-huh.
And then what I'll do is, while I'm here, I'll put them more or less where they're supposed to be. And you guys can move wherever you need to be itself. And we go from there. Has everyone got the map open on that?
Yeah. I just want to quickly drag it down somewhere. I can use it. There we go.
Right.
Uh,
So yes,
MGDM
there's your thing.
So again, do I what?
to like to drag that map to one of the hotpots down there. So you can just, let's say, for instance, if I close the map, I can reopen it again.
I'll need to. You need to show me how. But at the moment, I've got it open. You can see all this.
You see on that window, top left, there's like a dragon icon thing, right?
On the map now.
Yeah. Like the entire window.
I don't see the dragon you're talking about, but okay, here by you.
No. Don't physically on the map. Like it's like a browser tab that's open.
Yeah.
Right. You see it there on the top left, like in the corner, not on the map itself, but the entire window. It's right above where it says Hall of Holding animated.
Hold on, bro.
Hold on. Let me show you.
I'm gonna share my screen. I've got no idea what the hell's going on now.
Okay, that's fine. Okay.
I'm here.
Okay, just
I've
move
broken.
that map a bit. Like, no, not
that's
that.
it.
The map itself. Okay, yeah, stop. Okay, you see there? Yeah, there we go. Drag it to one of those outposts there in the bottom. Number 1, 2, 3, or whatever. Which one you want?
Where? Sorry. Oh, hold on. Like here.
Uh-huh.
Ah.
Close that entire map.
Yeah.
F1.
Okay.
Or
F1.
click on it. Or click on it.
Yeah. Lovely.
Uh-huh. You can do it with everything that has that symbol.
Excellent.
Uh-huh. Okay,
I'm
so who
liking
wants
those.
to go first and who wants to do what?
Why can't I move my map?
What exactly are we hoping to achieve by being here again?
Long
There we go.
rest.
A safe place to
Just-
long rest, though.
You can
All
talk
right.
to people, craft your shit you need to craft, all those things.
Well,
Uh.
I'm gonna go to my room and
Even
close
me,
my
I
door.
think.
Give me a second. All right,
Hmm.
so you guys are gonna have your long rest. Just give me 1 second quickly. This is the one thing that I always had, and I forgot to prep it. Can you bloody believe it? Yes, like I can't believe it. Give me a second. There we go. Let's see which one's a nice one. I'm just gonna pick a random one. Ah, here we go. Why not? Okay. So you, by the way, in the sense of the music elements of this is basically like Pocket when she's painting with her glove, making music itself, and she's just playing this when you guys have long rest.
I love it.
Baldur's Gate, Joe.
Yeah.
This is a classic.
Okay.
Well, in my
Right, are you
room,
guys what you want to do?
and my door's closed. I wanna cast Unseen Servant.
Okay, yeah, sure. Okay, sure.
I'm looking at you.
No, you can't. My door's closed, motherfucker. And then I
Yeah, that's
wanna,
1 hour.
yeah, it's fine. And I wanna give that note I wrote down. I wanna give it to the Unseen Servant and say, can you take it to Jim Jar and put it under his pillow, without no one seeing him, of course, because he's invisible.
Okay, yeah. So describe your unseen servant. Like what
Oh.
do you
Um,
like just for me, for I get an idea of what it is.
just same size as the rabbit, as
Yeah.
Archibald, in like a prim
Yeah.
and proper suit.
Okay.
That looks
Mhm.
exactly just like him.
Okay.
It's an invisible Archibald.
Okay, all right.
The
cool.
only difference is he's got a better hat on, a top hat, and
So you
butter
give
suit.
the note to him, and he takes the note. He's like, without hesitation, sir. And you see him like hopping along as he goes to this room.
Haxie von Haxie, can I help you?
I'm just looking.
You know.
You're just looking. Okay.
Looking now.
Well, you're welcome. This is my pad. There is my library.
That's an ugly pad.
Okay, well, fuck you. Get the fuck out of here. Okay, I'd like to use prestidigitation to like blow a bit of wind towards her and like knock her in the back of the head.
Yeah, she just tumbles. Like, okay, all right. When she deals with this on a daily basis, but yeah, okay. Okay, Ixie, what are you doing?
Get him.
Yeah, okay, now we'll come back to this one, eh?
Oh, sorry, you talking to me?
We'll continue this discussion later.
You know what? You know what?
No, we're done. Sorry, we're done. I don't want anything to do with you. I'm knocking on the door of Joran. I'm ignoring Archibald.
Okay, you know what? Actually, Mr. DM, I'm gonna cast suggestion to her, on her.
Okay.
Yeah,
I suggest you fuck off.
I'm gonna cast suggestion on Haxie, and I'm gonna say it's been a long day. Maybe you should rather just go to bed now.
Did the Yera connected counter?
Suggestion. Yes, of course. Let me just see a suggestion.
Spell that if you have
Just
counter
want to
spell.
make sure. Yeah, so you gotta do wisdom saving throw first.
Me or her?
So she must. She can do wisdom saving throw.
Yes, okay.
Somebody's gonna go to bed.
So what that does is you
Could you not?
basically so you have the charmed condition for the duration. You think that this Archibald is the best friend ever, and the suggestion that he's making, it's like, you know, he said go to sleep.
I fucking
Yeah.
told you.
Okay, so
Go away from my table.
Still, you're gonna love the hair.
okay, yeah.
I'm
So you
really-
you see him mention this, and then you just get the sense of like, oh, this friend of mine telling me to go to bed. You know, do you think to yourself, are you really tired? Yes or no? Maybe it's a good idea.
Remember, it's a suggestion, not a command.
Yeah,
but it's like fucking Jedi mind trick. So
Suggestion is different, eh? Suggestion is very different.
No,
I
no,
tend
these
to
are-
these
agree.
are not the droids you're looking for.
I tend to agree with Bailiff. I don't have to do this. No, it's a kind suggestion. I
You
still
know, boys,
decide.
the beginning. You know what I said to her at the beginning of the night? I said to her, babe, watch. By the end of the night, you're gonna love the hair. She was like, no, no ways, not gonna do that.
What the
Here
fuck?
we
I
are.
hate you at the moment. What now? So I have to go to sleep.
no.
Huh?
You made the suggestion that you need to go to sleep,
And
but
you strongly
the thing
feel
is,
it.
he's got like the charmed effect on you, which means that it's like almost like he's like your best friend. Like he'll do anything for this guy.
Mr. DM,
Yeah.
can we say, like, as she's busy walking back to her room and she starts opening the door, I like turn it off, flick my fingers, and I say good night, and I go back into my room and close the door.
Well, it's a concentration spell, so yes, you can deactivate it as long as, and the duration is 8 hours. But the point is, it's a suggestion. So it's not something that she has to do, but she does feel that it's coming from somebody that's close. Like, oh, yeah, no, he's thinking of the best interests, that type of vibe. Lyra, what are you doing, by the way?
I'm meditating.
Okay, so you meditating, you thinking about all that has happened for the day.
Yeah.
Hexy, you back to you.
Ixie is still trying to knock on this fucking door.
Okay, yeah.
So
The thing is, it's
I'm-
not a door.
Oh, he said he closed his door and then sent the servant.
Oh, okay. Well, think of it more as like a, I don't want to say portal, but sort of.
It's like a
So
force
yes,
field keeping
You
you
could
out.
okay.
there's
Okay,
there's like a fumed cloud in each one of your doors that symbolizes your, you know, if I can say your magical entity color. So in this case, Joran being dark, that's stealth. You know, Archibald is magic orientated. Rayla is purple is sorcery. Hex's cloud is full of skulls, being more necrotic, and then you've got Lyra that's more white orientated because of the way of mercy itself. So unless you do something that really irritates the person, they can choose whether or not you can come in. But that's between you guys.
Okay, and I can't see through it, right?
Exactly, they can't see through it. They've got that sense of privacy. Even though the line of sight is there,
Yeah, I know.
you're not really sure and know what's going on.
Okay, but she can come. I'll let her
I
pass through.
I call your name and I'm like,
Say your name.
Say your name. Can I come with a blue? I'm
Sure.
a decent person. I just want to have a
Sure.
chat with you.
Sure you are, but to come in.
No, she can come in.
Thank
now.
you very
All right,
much.
cool.
Thank you. So basically, I'm here because I want to ask you. I can craft potions.
Yes.
So
You're talking
I
my
wanna
languages.
Find out. Yes, yeah, you say you and me conquering the world. And
Okay,
then
big dreams.
Big dreams, yeah. I want to know from you what kind of potions I can maybe craft. Because I saw here, where was this now? In my action tab? It said somewhere I pay 50 gold
Yeah.
to get the ingredients. Bible, where is this now?
Your inventory maybe?
Where's
Somebody's
my...
smoking. Somebody's smoking stuff.
No, man, I'm not. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Sorry, I just wasn't looking at it. With 1 hour of work using a kit and expanding 50, expending, sorry, 50 gold worth of materials, you can create a number of poison doses. Yeah. Fuck. What kit? Do I even have this kit? Let me see.
Can I
Are you
just...
Are you looking for the herbalist kit?
The what kit?
No,
Sorry.
No, this
no.
is like a
Herbalist.
poison making kit, I think. Yeah.
She's looking for the poison kit, yeah.
Oh, is that something? I'm assuming that's something I still need to like find on my travels.
Yes, that's right, Joe. So
Okay.
you're proficient in it. Okay, so poisonous kit, tools kit, you've got that.
Because that's actually what I wanted to ask earlier, but we kind of just ran off, and that
Yeah,
was
yeah. No, no, no.
to.
But there was no poisoning kits at the outpost itself. It was just the bolts that were already poisoned itself.
No, 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 no. What I wanted to ask was, is that these materials, when it comes to crafting potions,
Yes.
right? Obviously you need ingredients, correct?
Yes, that's right, Joe.
Okay. So am I able to, for example, go into an area and then throw a die and say, okay, cool, I want to scan this area because obviously if I can make poisons and potions, I should be able to identify
Yeah.
ingredients
Yes.
and say, oh, I can take this one because it goes into that poison or potion,
Yes.
which I
That's right.
don't really know all of them. But yeah, I
No, but
wanted,
that's something that I won't necessarily expect you to know.
it's like, I don't know. So like, soos bijvoorbeeld na die
Yeah.
goed wat ons net gefight het, of wat al gelê het op die, I don't know, it looked like a beach. Um, the tusks and stuff like that, you know. I don't know. Maybe you ground it up and it's
Yeah. So
an ingredient for a potion.
yeah. So
Okay.
the poisons, just in general, okay, come from various plants, fungi. There could be a creature here or there. I mean, for example, you might find a particular nasty looking creature in the underdark that's got maybe like a means to stun or a means to, like a spider, for example. And you might be able to harvest their glands, and you might be able to harvest their poisons and stuff like that.
Is
So yes, it's more than plausible to do that.
Okay, cool. Glad to hear that. So tell me, is there like a list somewhere of all possible potions,
Ooh,
or is it kind of at your discretion?
Okay, so you get specific, like poisons wise.
No, not just poison, just any potions. Like, let's say a potion of speed or a potion of healing, you know, very
Yeah, yeah,
common
no, there's,
things,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
so that
No, you get.
I can basically say, okay, I want to craft this potion. But I don't know what, is out there. So it would
Um,
be just for
yeah, yeah,
me.
yeah. You can. So if you go to your item list, this is where it's important to download the books and stuff. So if you go to campaign and you go to items,
Yeah. Oh
and
yes.
by and if you go to type, you'll see that there's attunement, rarity, type, and version. By type, and you click on that to go to potions,
Oh,
then you should see like a list of stuff that you can look at.
okay, so it only gives me gemstone by type. That's all,
Okay, so you haven't
and
you
nothing.
haven't
Must be
you haven't
imported.
loaded anything. No, no, no.
Okay,
I
so
can
you say I
see
need to
different
download the
potions.
book first.
Yeah, so you got to do the books. I'll show you next time. It's not a problem because I mean the
Okay.
session time's coming to an end now in any case. But yeah, in short, basically, your potions list will be there. There's like animal friendship to like flying, and you've got like the potions of, healing, and you've
Yes,
got
yes.
poisons, and there's a whole list of the stuff. But the thing is, in order to make those type of potions is based on a very specific list of requirements. And that's something that I will gladly send to you, which I'll send to you in the next week or so that you can
Okay, okay, no,
see
that's cool.
see how it works. And it's based on your level progression, and also how long it takes for you to try and perfect a particular item also. So yes, is it plausible? Yes, you can, but there is certain criteria that one has to follow to be able to do it correctly.
Okay, cool. So yeah, that's the one thing, and the other thing is I wanted to cast message on Joran,
Yeah.
Okay,
not
message.
massage, message. Uh,
Just to clarify.
yeah.
You. Okay, yeah.
Getting molested by a fucking.
Just
Okay, so
fucking
basically what
touching
message
chocolate
does
eyed
is
balls. It
They're
sounds
out there,
fucking very
Harry.
bad, eh?
The fairies,
But
they come out at night.
Nefarious people.
okay, see what you want to do.
so I cast this message, and it's basically like you whisper in somebody's mind.
Ooh,
And then I whispered to
sensual.
Joran about how I'm really, really upset with this Archibald. And that he had the audacity to use a charm spell on me, and it fucking succeeded. And then I had this disgusting feeling of friendship in the back of my mind. And I wanna get back at him somehow. Just
Okay,
like, I don't know.
stop.
Well,
Stop.
I feel like I shouldn't be hearing this. So,
No, just
like,
pretend you
should I?
don't.
You don't.
You don't.
Like,
You don't hear anything.
okay, but if you want to skin it, I'll like move out the channel or mute myself or something.
No,
No, no,
that's
no,
not.
no, no, no. So okay. So the thing is, you can say that, but here's the thing, Archibald. Did you release the spell early or not?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So she's no longer under the effect.
No.
Okay, all right, all right, all right. Okay, yeah. So you tell Jordan in his mind, listen, this is what happened. This is how I felt. This is what he did. He made me feel like I wanted to be his friend, but I didn't want to. And Jordan, how do you respond to this?
I just make the psychic connection with her so we can both just communicate because clearly it's dropping like a random message in my head and I'm like I respond back and say, yeah, I don't like the rabbit too, but it's what we have right now.
I just want some fun,
Okay,
some silly fun.
cool.
Well, no, I say silly fun, but fun in the sense that I want to mess with him.
But regarding the potions though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
A man of focus.
The important part.
Yeah. So actually, yeah, that's the other question I ask you is like, okay, I still need to acquire my potions kit. I magically discovered this now.
Okay.
So what would you prefer when it comes to adding to your,
Arsenal.
I don't know, your playstyle?
Look, funny story you coming here with the potions because I sent a note to Jim Jar to actually ask him if he has found any potions and then just give it to me and I'll trade him something for it.
Oh, okay.
That's what you did.
That was your naughty data.
Because I do deal and tend to use a lot of nefarious ways of killing people, so and poisons is in my alley, so that's interesting. So I will await word. I don't want to spread it to everyone that I'm collecting poisons. People think funny of you. But yeah, um, if we can work together,
Okay.
craft some
So what
potions.
is it? What is it
Poison.
that what you wanted to do? You wanted to?
I wanted to ask Jim Jar on the sly. That was why the note was sent.
Yeah.
Um, that has he found any ingredients for potions, or if not, could he find anything, and then we can trade. because I have stuff to trade with.
Ah, okay, alright. I see. Alright. Okay, cool. Right, sure.
So whenever he comes back with word that maybe we can strike a deal with him, you know, I'm a rogue assassin. I like to have my networks of people. So yeah, when he
Yeah, we
comes back
can
with
work
word,
something out,
we
definitely.
can work something out. Definitely, we can have.
Hmm.
But yeah, thank you for visiting, but you can leave now.
Oh my god.
In a kind,
Oh
respectful
my
manner.
Bitch.
This fucking farrier.
Okay, bye. I go back now to my room. Feeling very fucking confused.
Okay, Raylan, what you doing, dude?
Me currently, let's see what is there actually to do. Oh, I actually wanted to talk to Pocket.
Oh yeah, sure. Go for it.
I wanted to ask her, how does this barrier or this bubble that she's throwing out, what is it actually?
Uh, okay, so you asking Pocket about the spell, or you want to know how she got it?
Now I wanna asking about the spell itself. What does it do?
Oh, okay. So she's a bard. Um, so she, when you ask about it, she's actually quite taken by the idea that you want to know. So she's like, it's a spell. My mother taught it to me to protect Twitch and myself if we ever should get lost, and it's helped us a lot until Ilvara was able to find us through one of her amulets that allowed her to be able to see things. I don't really know how it worked, but it happened, and we were caught. They waited for us, and we were taken. But in short, um, this little dome itself, it's quite an elaborate spell. You got to do it for a minute, but it makes everyone safe for at least about 8 hours, and you can change the inside, and you can change so that no one can see in. And it's quite comfortable, as even in the coldest or hottest of conditions. I've used it, and it removed that coldness or heat when I needed it. And the only thing that's weird is I can't walk out of it. The moment I do, then it dispels. But yes, it's quite an interesting little spell that I was taught many years ago. I just call it Lemon's tiny hat because it's like very small. And I don't know who Lemon was, but that was the person that my mom and dad said taught them. I think
Okay, so tell me, can anybody enter it, or only those you choose?
only the people that I feel should be able to enter it. So yes, yeah, it's like like when Elvira found us and we were inside, she couldn't come in. She tried to, but then they had Asher, that other priestess, and she cast a spell, and everything just deactivated, and we were stuck, and I tried to protect him, or tried to protect my sister from being taken, but that didn't work out. Unfortunately, we are here with you guys at the moment. Not that you're bad company, of course, but yes, they couldn't enter, but you guys can.
Hmm. Okay. No, just was just a little bit curious about it. That's all.
That's
Um,
more than welcome to ask. No problem.
and then I'm basically just gonna quickly talk to Melissa and just ask her about this amulet that was able to detect pockets spell. I don't know if each and every drow carries it, only specific drow. How does it work?
Okay, so you go to Melissa and you ask her specifically about this.
Yeah.
So Melissa, you can see that Melissa's if you have to take a rough guess, she's about the middle age of an elf. She's not the youngest elf. Asher was definitely younger than her, and to a certain degree, you're not really sure if she's older than Ilvara or not. But what you do notice about Melissa is that she's very tired a lot of the time. You suspect that it's most probably from the wish spell that she cast a couple of you know hours ago, and you see her basically having to lean quite heavily on her staff to try and keep it. But in general, she looks like your average 400-year-old elf. And the when you start talking to her about this typical amulet, she's like, yes, not every drow has it, but there is amulets that are given to the higher priestesses of Minter Baranzaran's houses. Um, you might maybe know the spell, judging by the fact that you're not entirely a wizard like myself, but there's magics that allow you to detect magic, and that is how the amulet functions. And it has certain amount of charges that are used, and for that duration, they're able to pick up on some form of magics.
Okay. So tell me, if I remember correctly, we did figure out there that Melissa is the sister, right?
Yes.
Okay, so basically now I'm asking her, does her sister have that amulet and know that spell?
Yes. Ilvara is a very well-equipped priestess. She's one of the high priestesses. She's most probably the next in line to the ascension of house. So at the end of the day, we've always had a problem or had a situation where I've had to hide myself from my own sister. If she had ever found out that I was serving Illustria, I would have most probably been killed. And it came close, I think, to Falcon Valve at one particular point if some of the companions were not there to somewhat intervene in a way with regards to witness. But yes, she's very cruel. She's not going to be happy that Shur has died. That I can guarantee. Even though I find him a despicable male drow, um, she will not be happy that a prize was taken, and she will expect a prize to be given back. In this case, Jonalith. I worry that she will most probably do what she can to try and find us. But I have my magics, and if I and maybe Archibald or Nero can come with you and maybe Pocket as well, I'm sure that we can find the magical means to try and prevent her from finding us.
But let's say, for instance, she does find her. Where does your allegiance lie?
My allegiance lies with Illustria. I've
And
never
if
really
we
had
sh-
love for my sister.
and if the death blow comes, will you be able to do it?
What, to kill my sister?
Yes.
Well,
We must face reality at this point, because at the end of the day, she's going to find you with us. And she's
no
not
one
going
wants
stop.
to kill their
Yes.
own family, but then again, you need to be a family first, and that was never the case. So if it comes to that moment, I suppose I don't think I would have a problem with it. But the issue is that she knows who I am, and she knows what talents I have. For me to be able to spring and cast some form of magic without her being aware, that is where the challenge truly lies.
Not to worry. If push comes to shove, we'll make an open. But that's
Well,
all
I
for
hope
now.
so. I hope so. She's got many talents which even I would deem is unnerving. And as a group, I think that we might have a chance to maybe get away from her, but she's not the high priestess for simpleton reasons. She's shown her talent over and over.
Talent
In
is
fact,
one thing, but if it bleeds, it can die.
well, until recently, I would agree. But with regards to what's been happening with all the high priestesses and you know, the need to get all these sacrifices to Menzo Baranza, and something's happening there that even I'm not even aware of. And it scares me to think that maybe somehow they might have found a way. But from what you've said about Jonathan and his skills, maybe we've got some form of a tipping point against this foe for now.
So tell me, is it all the priestesses that is being gathered?
Well, most of them. There are 12 high priestesses, and the 13th being the high matriarch herself. And the high matron is she's ordered them. I only got a glimpse of the picture, and if Ivara should fall, it would only be Asher that would most probably succeed her instantly. And Lolth, she's been up to weird things the last couple of years. So it is a bit strange to think what might be in the pipeline or the plans. Unfortunately, shortly after the demon lords entered this world, which I know has definitely occurred, I lost my ability to foresee things, as I am of the divination school myself. But at least I know that up until now, we've done what we could, most probably in the most optimal way possible.
Okay, that's fine. Is there anything that we can do or you need to actually recover your magic?
I do not know what is to come, but you don't need to see the future to know that Ilvara Mizran will be coming for us. So it would be in our best interest to get to where we need to as fast as possible. And if that means that we've got to travel along the dangers of the Dark Lake, then that is something that I'm willing to help to the best of my ability. As far as my magic is concerned, it is a side effect of the wish spell. Unfortunately, I am very tired and I am very weak, and I must probably go back to sleep now for a little bit. If I overuse my magic, I am at risk of losing my ability to cast spells. So, if you don't mind, I can maybe try and show magics, and I can try and improve on others around us. But ideally, if I can be away from the front of the fight, that would be in my best interest as well.
Then I would suggest, I'll speak with the other members also, but I would suggest for now, don't use any magic until it's absolutely emergency case necessary.
Thank you for your understanding. And you see it just kind of like laying there.
Yep. Then basically I am done. I'm back in my room. Okay, who's next?
I think that was all of us.
All right, yeah. So I think that's all of you guys. Is there anything else that anyone particularly wants to do before we close tonight's session off?
I would.
I'm good. Of course you would, Bunny.
Of course I would.
Okay.
I'd like to sit in my rocking chair, whip out my little pipe.
Oh, you.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, it's not that little actually. It's fucking enormous.
Hey, we don't judge.
Okay. Hold it in my little rabbit palm. Stuff it with my pipe weed. Sit there, light it up, take a few tokes, open a book, and think fondly of the people that I've met, except for Haxie.
Damn.
And say, oh, but we'll win her over yet, lads. She's just clearly got some problems.
You.
Okay.
All right. Cool.
Hector, you doing anything?
Well, I clearly fucking didn't hear that, but I am like, I'm sending some mental, like, Jordan is in his room and he's just feeling like these fucking daggers in his back about, like, how he has to fucking help me. Okay? That's all I'm saying.
All right, okay. So you see Twitch, she goes to sleep at Pocket. Prince Derendal makes his little area on the floor. Jim Jar and Graves decide to have a good night. And Jim Jar notices the note and he thinks before he replies to anything. But Lyra, you are meditating in this calmest state that you've got. You haven't had this much calm in a long time. And you can feel that there is a calmness, and you feel that as you are in this particular area, there's this obsidian-like egg that symbolizes your deity Bahamut, and you're basically just trying to empty your mind when you start hearing a voice, and this voice slowly starts to sound in the back of your mind as it says in a very soft and calming manner, your time has arrived. And with that, you get a sense of happiness that there's something coming back from what you've done. Your search for the temple is growing closer, but where it will come up, you're not sure. But you feel that if you follow this path that you're on, it could be inevitable, whether it is in the next 3, 8, 20 days, but something tells you that it is coming soon.
It is here. It has begun.
All right. And with that, I think we'll close the session. And you guys have a lovely long rest. Your spell slots are restored. Your metabolisms have kicked in after having a decent meal, which I will roll for next time. And Aldeth, very busy within his armor smith area. We go from there. All right. So, with that being said,